Right? Do you consent to doing this experiment?
Yes.
Cool. So for my project for posture, this is one of my clients. He's actually he works a desk job, and posture is one of the things that we've been kind of like addressing, like with weaknesses. He's having some shoulder issues as well, so with this, it's kind of going to help me as well as a trainer. So for the anterior view, the first thing I did was I made sure to start from the feet first to the head, for as lining up my plumb line. So I lined up my plumb line from the bottom. So starting from the head, the line actually bisects bisects pretty well at his earlobes. Uh, Earlobes are pretty, from just my view at that point. It's pretty level. All right, moving down to the acromion. Well, sorry, the clavicles. His left clavicle is a little slightly higher than the right. Uh, this, his acromion is his left acromion is slightly higher. At his sternum, as you see, it does not bisect. So he got a little bit of shifted. His body's a little shifted a little bit. At the elbow is equivalent from the plumb line. At his umbilicus or belly button, similar to the his sternum and xiphoid, they do not bisect as well. Um, at his hips, his as we see here, his right ASIS is slightly higher than the left one. At his knee, though, the right knee is slightly higher than the left one, slightly a bit, and then at the same time his ASIS is also higher. His median malleoli was equal distance from the plumb line, and also just they're pretty much lined up properly. So for the right lateral view, at the again I started at it. So at the first to line up my external auditory meatus as well. You see, so as we see at doesn't bisect the external auditory meatus compared to his right lateral view. Head is kind of his acromion is slightly forward, so he is kind of slightly is pretty level, rotated. It bisects the plumb line at its elbow. Is slightly it does bisect the plumb line, and at the to his slightly well, posterior to the plumb line. I noticed here at his patella is also a little bit posterior to plumb line as well, almost bisects it, which means that he got a little bit of hyperextension at that pretty. And the plumb line is lateral malleoli is also malleolus away from the patella, about 2 inches away. And also at his lateral malleolus, and he possibly has a little bit of leg length discrepancy, as you will see down the next one. So for the right lateral view, so for his posterior view, as you see here, his going, so let's start from the head. So they had to place the line, make sure it bisected his external occipital protuberance. Um, and also noticing he has a little bit of lateral flexion towards the right side, causing that left earlobe to be a little bit higher than the right. All right, moving down to his acromions, you see that the left one is slightly higher than the right, and that's the same thing with the spines of scapulus, because he's kind of like just kind of like really shifted over a little bit like that. Going down to his excuse me, going down to his elbows, that right one is slightly because of his where his shoulders are positioned, causing that a little bit higher. But it is equal lengths, equivalent to the plumb line. So moving down to his PSIS, um, as you see here, that right PSIS is slightly higher to compared to the left, and that goes for his gluteal folds and also at his knee as well. The plumb line did bisect his even though he is a little bit shifted, it did bisect his gluteal cleft, um, and down to his ankle, his at his median malleoli. As we see here, is he has a little bit of external rotation of that foot um, on the right. Well, sorry, on the left. And like I said earlier, it's possible that he might have a leg length discrepancy on that left side.